I'm being grumpy this morning. My exes don't want to stay out of my dreams. This time, it was my ex. It's like, can you get out my face? Either I'm dreaming about my ex-husband or the ex that's my ex that helped me get over my ex. You feel me? Leave me alone. I dumped you for a reason. Stay out of my dreams. I don't want to see you there either. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. So I'm in my kitchen and I finally got to make my honey drop with my agave, apple cider vinegar, hot water, and lemon. I like to drink this first thing in the morning. But I've had my red moon the past couple days, so I've been living primarily off of peanut butter hot chocolate. I'm about to go move my body around. I did what I was supposed to do last night as far as my nighttime routine. I wanted to do an eye massage, but I didn't. I need to just put the phone down, lay in my bed, and start to do my meditations, prayers, mantras. The same thing I do when I wake up. Give thanks, focus on what I want, call my energy back to me, speak to and give respect to my ancestors, speak with God. It's the same thing in the evening that it should be in the morning, and I want to be more consistent with that. My routine for the day is great. I clean 3 times a day. I wash my body 3 times a day. I make food at the same time. I'm doing really good with my diet. Not that I'm on like a specific diet, but I don't eat dairy. I don't eat meat. Meat, it's just not my thing, and dairy actually makes me sick. So that just leaves fruits, vegetables, rice, beans, which I have a habit of eating too much starch. I love potatoes. I love jasmine rice. I will eat the same thing every day. I don't really eat that much because I use intermittent fasting, which helped me lose a lot of weight and also helped me control my addictions. I'll say that. Because I read that if you can control your diet, you can control anything else. And if you do have an addictive nature or you're recovering from some type of addiction, intermittent fasting really helps you with those goals. And I'm more clear. I have more clarity when I'm not full of food or hyper focused on what I'm going to eat next. So I have a pretty simple life. I wear the same things. I don't have that many clothes. And I guess I'm a minimalist. I prefer to have nothing in my house. I do cover my walls with art and inspiration and reminders. Like I have this family mural. It's a painting that we've been working on for about 2 years. So some of the pieces on there are from my kids. But Judah was the keeper of it, but he passed it to me last year. And I work on it a lot, a couple times a week. I'd like to work on it every day, but even if I don't paint on it every day, I'm always looking at it and painting on it in my mind because I have to take time to figure out what I'm going to do next. And I'm at the point now where I'm expressing what I'm going through basically in the art. Like I drew some waves on there to remind myself that life comes in ebbs and flows, and some days you're going to be up, some days you're going to be down, some days your views will be high, some days they'll be low, some days your kids will be acting crazy, and some days they won't. And I have to remind myself that that's not a reflection of me or like me doing something wrong and being punished or anything like that, or that life wants to punish me. No, life is just being life, and you get swept away with the tide or you float willingly. And I'm learning in my older age to let go. I never understood in therapy when they said you gotta let it go to keep it, but years later now I'm finally understanding that control, you can put anything in there. Control, you gotta give away control to keep it. That's a great example. I'm giving away the need to control me knowing what's next or how things are going to end. And in that, I've taken total control of my happiness and whether or not I'm depressed or anxious about how things are going to work out. I have complete faith in God and myself. So we're working together to get through this mental health stuff because it's very hard not to be sad when you live in hell. I'm going to stop saying that. It's just a joke. I understand that heaven and hell is in the mind, but nah, it's giving hell. Like, come on. It's finally a cooler day. It's been so hot. Even though it's really only been 80, it's been super freaking hot. I mean, it says 80, but it feels 90. Lord have mercy. I hope it don't get any hotter this summer. It is the summer solstice today. Yay. All the things you're supposed to do on the summer solstice day, I'm already doing. Summer reminds us that there is hope in the world, that the light within can spread to the far reaches of the globe and inspire others. We can nurture others just as the sun nurtures us. What energy does the summer solstice bring? Midsummer, the time of new beginnings, has been celebrated as the time for inner power and brightness. Even in those who do not mark the summer solstice, there is an internal flame within. When the days get longer, the sun leading us through better times. When the sun leads us to brighter times. Ooh, I have a song named Brighter Times. I make music. My artist's name is The Fury of Abyss, and my music is available on all music streaming platforms worldwide. And I have a song called Brighter Times. That's actually my son's favorite song, which I was surprised. I thought it would be something else, but they always surprise me. And the sun leads us to brighter times. And this summer we may find our fortune among the grass. Maybe we'll find fortune that lasts. Happy summer solstice. So, to set intentions for the next 6 months, I want to make more music. My soul is so full of emotions. Joy, happiness, sadness, pain, all of it, all of it, all of it, all of it. A beautiful expression and culmination of everything I've been through. But I have mostly joy. And I want to expand. I want to start making beats. I've made 2 of them in my life, but I don't have them. And I want to play instruments. I want to learn Spanish. I want to travel. I want to expand. I want to meet people. I want to learn more. I'm going to break out of my box. I'm ready. I feel like the winter of my life is over. I've had a very long winter, a 30-year winter. And I'm ready to blossom. I'm ready to come out of my shell. Now, I hope this lasts. But even if it doesn't, I'll enjoy the next era of my life. That's the beautiful part of getting old. Because you just start living your life in eras. This is lit. I'm telling you, by the time I'm 60, I'm going to be so lit. So lit. Mm-hmm. This is exciting. I can feel the energy of the world changing, but I need to get my eyebrows done. That is just like unacceptable. I had to change the fit. Not only is it the summer solstice, it is a Friday, so I wanted to show respect to Venus by wearing green. I already want a hot chocolate. I'm gonna drink my lemon drop first. This is the last bit of milk. I'm gonna drink one hot chocolate today. Because I used to love drinking coffee, but I'm bipolar, so I could not have caffeine in any way, shape, or form. It's bad enough when I drink decaf tea. Anyway, so as you may or may not know, there's still caffeine in decaf anything. It's just a lot less caffeine than regular caffeine. But I'm telling you, that shit will turn me into a manic episode. So I had to stop drinking coffee, even decaf coffee, because my son was like, yo, you be bugging. I get very hyper, leg twitching and stuff. And I have enough issues with sleep and managing my mood and like energy without adding more energy to it. So I have replaced decaf coffee with this peanut butter hot chocolate that I make, and it's just so good. But I don't want to start to get addicted to that either. Which, low-key, we get addicted to the chemicals that our body releases when we do things that bring us joy. So, you're addicted to the dopamine more so than the substance. But since the substance is what is causing the dopamine to be released in your body, that's what you connect with being addicted to. So, I'm about to go work out. Because that's what I was supposed to do like 15 minutes ago. And I got distracted. that easily. So let's go stretch. So I'm actually gonna do this for about 10 or 15 more minutes. Get a little bit of stretching done on my weight bench too. It's actually Judah's weight bench, but he let me use it. And watch YouTube. I like to move my body around when I first get up because I've been asleep for 6, 7, 8 hours and not moving my body. And I find that my neck gets tight, my shoulders get tight when I don't constantly move around. So I also do this stuff 3 times a day. Because when I don't, my joints tense up. Especially since I have nerve damage from a car accident and also bilateral carpal tunnel, which a lot of writers have. So these are the things that I do to stay grounded, to keep my body healthy, and to keep my mental health good. Exercise, like sunlight, is an antidepressant. And so is that hot chocolate, which I'm so looking forward to drinking later on. It's the little things. I have a habit of hunching over. I've got something called lordosis in my spine. So I have to remember to walk from my core. I have to breathe properly. And this will help me not just with my posture, but also with singing. Breathing from here and not from here or here. So I have to always be mindful. Otherwise, I'm not walking right. So this is what's going to help me be more a mindful person and connect my mind and my body. Because it takes so much mindfulness for me to move my body with purpose. If I don't move my body with purpose, I don't walk properly. I walk slouched. But I have to walk with power and breathe from here. And that helps me stay present. Everything matters. My hands bother me sometimes. Mostly I have a lot of tension and like soreness and stuff up here in my shoulders. And my hands, I always have to go like this throughout the day and always have to exercise. I don't say anything about it. Like I read a book a long time ago about this samurai, and he never said anything about his pain to anyone, not out loud, even himself. Like he didn't even acknowledge it in his mind, only to do something to make it better. Like if he thought about his pain, it wasn't like a woe is me type thing or oh that hurts. It's a let me do something to make it hurt less type situation, or let me do something to protect that area of my body. Let me do something so that I don't show that I'm injured there. It was a solution based mentality, and I never forgot that. I read that book over 20 years ago, and I never forgot that part of that book. So I don't really talk about my pain, and I've noticed that I don't notice it as much. I'm so used to managing it. That's just what I do. I've been through a lot of physical pain in my life, not just mental. I had some really gnarly pregnancies. Uh, I've died before, almost died 3 times that I know of. Been bitten in the face by dogs. I was stung in the face by a man of war. I've been in car wrecks. I've been in a bike wreck. I mean, I had a lot of stuff happen to me. And so I'm reconciling my relationship with my body. I had to stand in front of the mirror butt ass naked and tell my body, I accept you in all of your flaws and I will support you. And it's me and body been rocking since. I give her what she needs. I listen to her. You know what I'm saying? My hair tells me what kind of conditioner it wants and when. You know, I honor my body when it wants to go to sleep. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to do all the things and honor myself, and through that honor my God, because I'm grateful for what I have and I'm grateful to be here. Even though I don't want to be here, I decided to be here. So I'm here and I just want to do my job properly and ascend. That's my ultimate goal, is to ascend out of this reincarnation matrix and become something better and bigger and lighter and brighter than just a conflicted human always wondering its place in the world, trying to be better, failing and trying to be better, and failing and trying to be better. Like, I get it. Ready to move on. It's hot chocolate time. I've got a headache, and I never get headaches. My eyes are getting strained. I might have to get up off this laptop for a second. I may lay down and take a nap. My red moon is kicking my tail this month. What is this, day 3? I never get headaches. This got to be stress. Like, girl, everything is okay. How many times we gotta keep telling you the same thing over and over and over again? God, this must feel like how I feel with my teenagers. But telling them stuff like, wipe off the seasonings. Wipe off the handle of the refrigerator. How about don't have dirty hands when you touch the seasonings and open the refrigerator? How about you close the seasonings when you're done? How about you stop spilling water on the floor when you get water? But it's like, if you say these things every day, it's like I'm being petty. I think y'all are being petty because none of this is being addressed. Y'all just keep doing it. And I get, oh, it's just a mistake or a mindlessness. But it's like, how many mistakes and mindlessness are 3 people going to have every single day doing the same thing? So me not even bringing it up to them at this point, because everybody knows, like, y'all know, they're working on mindfulness. Okay, fine, great. But I'm still, like, trying to process not being irritated with things that highly irritate me. Like, I want my house spotless at all times. And my therapist will tell me, try to not, she did something, try to be in a room that's a mess and deal with it. I did it, but I don't care to do it again. I'm not that type, oh, you scared of mice, so let's throw you in a room full of mice. No. How about we just avoid rooms with mice? How about that? The bottle was in the freezer, getting cold. Got my peanut butter hot chocolate, got my Tiger's Eye, my pen, okay? Got my little balm that I made myself. I keep my hands nice and moisturized. I did a little manicure yesterday. I got my mineral water, got my peanut, and my dates. I should be fine. Don't remember what this is called, but it's for negative energy. And I've had this for years. It was a gift. Did some painting last night. These waves are so that I remember that life comes in ebbs and flow and waves. But yes, I did that as well. I think it's a unicorn bat. I think this is one of those days where everyone is leaving each other alone because it's 1 o'clock in the afternoon and it is definitely quiet in my house, which never happens, which is given. We usually match each other's moods. So I think this is just we all stay in our corners and leave each other alone day because it's never this quiet around here in the middle of the day. My eyes get like this. I have to use my histamine drops and I gotta find my glasses. I'll put my glasses on. I did my eye drops. And then I moisturized my parts because my hair is cornrowed. Fire cornrowed my hair the other day. My hair is prone to dryness, so I have to moisturize my hair throughout the day. It really wants to be wet right now, but I'm not really trying to get back in the shower. I just got out the shower. But this is usually the time of day I take my second shower, but I'm trying to clean these off. Still a little smudgy. I'm gonna watch a little bit more YouTube, and then I believe I'm gonna take a nap. And when I get up from that nap that I may or may not take, I'm several chapters behind in all of my books. So we need to get some reading time in. So I need to rest my eyes. I might do an eye massage too. Okay, I cleaned them now. I'm not even gonna hold you. I did use that cloth towel in the beginning, but then I just used a paper towel. My eyes are already starting to feel better. I want a Ferrari. I want a Ferrari.
She looks.
There you go.
The way that she looks now is not the way
You
that
up
she
now,
is.
boy.
She's had many surgeries, and anybody in this industry
saw piracy as a way of damaging their enemies without risking all-out warfare. And they engaged mariners to commit acts of piracy. Life aboard merchant or navy vessels was less than ideal. Conditions were terrible, and the men were overworked and underpaid. They lived in cramped conditions with little food,
I like learning about history. You know, health is not just about your physical health or your mental health. It's also about your academic health. I feel like when I'm not learning new things or creating, I find I'm turned towards being sad or get anxious and don't know what to do with myself. So I just have to move purposefully now in my life, and that helps me manage stress and prevent overthinking or indulging in addictions. So I feed my mind with new information. I feed my body with movement and nourish it with good, clean food. And I'm going to get my routines together in the evening and really commit to putting my phone down and focusing on what I'm supposed to focus on, just like I do when I wake up in the morning. Our morning routine is solid, a daytime routine is solid, but that evening routine needs some work. And we're going to be more consistent with moving our bodies around. So I think we're doing pretty well. We got some things we need to work on, but we're getting there. Moving forward, I'm still working on mindset and using mantras when I'm getting distracted in my mind and focusing on things that are not what I need to be focused on. So this is just more self-development, more self-control, and accountability. But I will see you in the next episode. Thank you for spending time with me in Fury World. If you're interested in hearing my music, you can check that out under my artist's name, The Fury of Abyss. My music is available on all music streaming platforms worldwide. I write a blog on my website, Masters of Fate Music with the K, because we got that sick music that heals you, baby. I love you, and I'll catch you in the next episode. Take care of yourself. Peace.